Have you ever noticed how HIV is one of the most talked about viruses in the world, yet it's also one of the most misunderstood? For decades, movies, news reports, and rumors have created a huge amount of confusion. Some people still believe things that scientists disproved years ago. Others think HIV works in ways that simply aren't true. And because misinformation spreads faster than facts, millions of people still get basic things wrong. Today we're counting down 7 facts about HIV that most people misunderstand. Number 7. HIV and AIDS are not the same thing. Imagine someone tells you they've been diagnosed with HIV. A lot of people immediately assume the worst. They picture someone becoming seriously ill almost overnight. But HIV and AIDS are actually 2 different things. HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus. It's the virus itself. AIDS stands for Acquired Immune Deficiency Syndrome. It's the most advanced stage of untreated HIV infection. Think of HIV as a burglar trying to break into a house. AIDS is what happens after the burglar has spent years damaging everything inside. Without treatment, HIV slowly weakens the immune system over time. But thanks to modern medicine, many people with HIV never develop AIDS at all. In fact, millions of people around the world live long, healthy lives while taking medication that keeps the virus under control. For many patients today, HIV has become a manageable chronic condition rather than the devastating diagnosis it once was. Number 6. You can't get HIV from casual contact. You're sitting next to someone on a bus. You shake hands. You share a table at a restaurant. Maybe you use the same gym equipment. Some people still worry that activities like these can spread HIV. They can't. HIV is actually a very fragile virus outside the human body. It doesn't spread through handshakes. It doesn't spread through hugs. It doesn't spread through sharing toilets, doorknobs, swimming pools, or eating utensils. The virus requires specific conditions to survive and spread. Simply being around someone who has HIV carries no risk. This misconception has unfortunately caused discrimination for decades. Many people with HIV have experienced fear and rejection from others who didn't understand how transmission actually works. Science has been very clear on this point for years. Everyday social contact does not spread HIV. Researchers have repeatedly confirmed that HIV cannot survive for long in ordinary environments. Unlike some viruses that spread easily through the air, HIV depends on very specific biological conditions. That's why normal day-to-day interactions pose no danger at all. Number 5. HIV doesn't only affect certain groups. For a long time, people associated HIV with specific communities. That misunderstanding led many people to believe they were somehow immune from risk. Viruses don't care about age. They don't care about nationality. They don't care about wealth, profession, or background. HIV can affect anyone who is exposed under the right circumstances. Around the world, people from every imaginable walk of life have been diagnosed. Teachers, athletes, doctors, students, parents, business owners, retirees. One of the most dangerous myths is believing that HIV only happens to other people. That mindset can cause individuals to ignore prevention, avoid testing, or assume they're completely safe when they may not be. The reality is much simpler. HIV is a virus, and viruses don't choose favorites. Public health experts often point out that diseases become harder to control when people underestimate their own risk. Awareness and education remain some of the most powerful tools in prevention. Number 4. Modern treatment can reduce HIV to undetectable levels. Imagine being diagnosed with HIV 30 years ago. The outlook was very different. Treatment options were limited. The future felt uncertain. Now fast forward to today. Medical science has transformed HIV treatment in remarkable ways. Many patients take medication that suppresses the virus so effectively that standard laboratory tests can't detect it in their blood. This is known as having an undetectable viral load. When treatment is taken consistently and works properly, the amount of virus becomes incredibly low. Researchers spent years studying what this means for transmission. The results change public health forever. People who maintain an undetectable viral load through treatment do not sexually transmit HIV to their partners. This concept became known as U equals U. Undetectable equals untransmittable. It's one of the most important medical discoveries in HIV research, and yet many people still haven't heard about it. Number 3. HIV is much harder to catch than many people think. Movies often make viruses look terrifyingly easy to catch. One dramatic moment, one brief encounter, and suddenly everyone's infected. Real life works differently. HIV requires specific transmission routes. The virus must enter the body in ways that allow it to reach vulnerable cells. It cannot magically jump from person to person. It cannot spread through the air like a cold. It cannot float across a room. It cannot infect someone simply because they're nearby. Scientists have spent decades studying transmission patterns. The evidence consistently shows that HIV spreads through certain bodily fluids under specific circumstances. Understanding this helps people focus on real risks rather than imaginary ones. Fear often grows in the absence of knowledge. The more people learn about how HIV actually spreads, the less mysterious and frightening it becomes. Number 2. People with HIV can live long, healthy lives. If you asked someone in the 1980s what an HIV diagnosis meant, the answer would have been very different from what doctors say today. Back then, treatment options were limited. Many patients became seriously ill. Today, the situation has changed dramatically. Someone diagnosed early and treated properly can often expect a lifespan approaching that of the general population. Many people with HIV build careers, raise families, travel the world, play sports, start businesses, and pursue their goals just like anyone else. In many cases, HIV becomes only one small part of their lives rather than the defining feature. The transformation has been so significant that younger generations sometimes struggle to appreciate how far medical science has come. Researchers, doctors, and patients spent decades fighting this virus. The progress achieved has saved millions of lives. While challenges still exist, modern treatment has completely changed the story. Regular treatment, routine checkups, and access to healthcare allow many individuals to maintain excellent quality of life. For countless people, HIV has become a condition they manage rather than a condition that controls them. Number 1. There is still no universal cure. This is probably the most misunderstood fact of all. Every few years, headlines appear claiming that HIV has finally been cured. People read the article, they remember the headline, then they assume the problem has been solved. The reality is more complicated. Scientists have made incredible progress. A small number of extraordinary cases have shown that HIV can sometimes be eliminated under very unusual medical circumstances. These cases have taught researchers valuable lessons about the virus, but they are not treatments that can currently be applied to millions of people. At this moment, there is still no universally available cure for HIV. However, there is a major difference between having a cure and having effective treatment. Modern medications allow many people to control the virus so successfully that it no longer dominates their lives. Researchers around the world continue searching for new therapies, vaccines, and potential cures. Every year brings new discoveries. Every year, scientists learn more. And every year, the future looks more promising than before. The story of HIV is one of the most remarkable chapters in modern medicine. A virus that once caused worldwide fear is now understood far better than ever before. Yet myths continue to survive. Some people still confuse HIV with AIDS. Others still believe it spreads through casual contact. Many have no idea how effective modern treatment has become. Knowledge matters. Because when people understand the facts, fear becomes easier to replace with reason. And when myths disappear, lives improve. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy videos like this, make sure to subscribe for more fascinating content. See you in the next video.